Welcome everyone to the demo of Koala UI. Okay, then let's start with this demo session. And first of all, here in this page, you see the landing page of Koala UI. And in particular, I'm logged in as roberto.avogadro@koala.com. Of course, this is just like a fake email address that I'm using only for the demo purposes. Okay, then let's start with the steps that I'm planning to show you for this demo of Koala UI. So then let's click on Go to Dashboard, which goes to the main page, which is the overview of the datasets. Of course, now we don't have any dataset. As it says here, no datasets found. So then we need to create one. And the logic here is that we can create several datasets, and under each dataset we can have like several tables. Okay, then let's create the datasets that we're gonna call it IS WC 2025 demo. Let's create it. Okay, now we have the dataset that was created. Let's click on it, and now we can start uploading tables. Of course, since the dataset was just created, we don't have any table in it. Okay, then let's upload the table that we're planning to use for this demo. Particularly, we're going to use this table that comes from EMDB dataset, which is this one, EMDB top 1000 rows, which has exactly 1000 rows. So let's upload it. Now this window shows a little preview for the first 5 rows of the table. But if we scroll down a little bit, we can also see this section, which is classify columns, that allows us to specify the different types of columns. In this case, we just rely on the automatic identification that will be applied by the entity linking algorithm. So we don't need to specify any type for the columns. Yeah, but just to very quickly, just to give you an understanding of it. So if we click on this drop down menu, it shows the different options that we have: literal column, name entity column, and ignored. Ignored means that this column will be ignored completely by the entity linking algorithm. While if you click on literal, for example, it also shows the subtypes that you can specify, and you must specify a subtype. And the same thing goes for name entity column, so you must specify a subtype, which in this case are location, organization, person, and other. But yeah, as I said, we just leave everything set to ignored, which means that the entity linking algorithm will apply automatic identification for the different types of columns. Then let's proceed and upload the table. So now the table is being uploaded. Okay, now we have it. We can click on it. And now you can see in this page that we have a progress bar that tells us about the progress of the task itself. So now the table is done, so we can explore the results that we have got back. But you can also see that we can apply filters. Like for example, we can search by table content. Let's try to do so. Like for example, if I type in this search bar Nolan, and I click on search, then the rows that contain Nolan popped up. Now let's clear the filter. So let's reset. Let's go back. And another filter that can be applied is the sort. For example, by confidence, we can sort a column by confidence score, of course. So let's try to sort the series title column by confidence score. So if you click on this button, sort, and I select column confidence, and I select series title as a column, and then we need to specify the sort direction, which is in this case we go for highest first. Then let's apply the sort. Now this series title is sorted by confidence score, so from the highest to the lowest. Okay, then let's reset this filter. So let's go back to the original state. And another thing that I wanted to show you is about that we can explore the types that came out for the different columns. So let's try to see the types that we have got for a series title. So if I click on this symbol, I can see the types that came out for this column. And as you can see, as expected, the most frequent type is film, since this table is about movies. But we can also see the other types with their frequencies. Okay, now let's go back. Let's close this window. And the last functionality that the last two functionalities that I was planning to show. First of all, I also wanted to mention that we can export the table, the annotated table, in a CSV format by clicking on this button, and it also allows us to select the fields that we want to include in the export that will be generated. So then a CSV file will be generated with the annotations, and then you can just decide which fields you are going to include in the exported file. But then, yeah, as the last thing that I would like to show you is about editing annotations. So we can edit annotations, and particularly we focus on this cell, the Godfather, which seems to be wrong in this case. So let's click on it. So if we click on it, this menu pops up, and we can see the candidates that were taken into account by the algorithm. And if we look at them carefully, we can clearly see that the correct candidate is not present among these candidates. But then what we can do, we can look it up by ourselves. So if we click on this search new entities, we can try to find it ourselves, as I just said. So let's try to look it up by typing in this search bar. So then the Godfather we type, but we can also to refine the results that we're getting back even more, we can also specify filters. In this case, we are sure that we are looking, the kind here is an entity because we are looking for an entity, but we also we can also specify the NAR type, which is supposed to be other in this case, since it's a movie entity. But then we can also specify the type, which in this case it's supposed to be film. So let's try to type it, but as you can see here, it's a bit ambiguous. But then we can see, we can have a look at the tooltip that pops up, that gives us a little description. So then we can see that this is clearly wrong. But then if we take a look at this, we can see that it says sequence of images that give the impression of movement stored on film stock. This is definitely the right type to be selected, and we just go for it. Okay, now we can see that the Godfather, the one that is supposed to be the correct candidate, popped up as first in the list here. Then we can just select it, and then we click add one candidate, and then we have it here in the other tab, in the entity results tab. Then we can just select this one as correct one, and then we can save the choice that we have just made. So let's click on save, and now even if we refresh the page, we can verify that the selection that was done, I mean the selection that was done, like to for this specific cell, the Godfather, we still, I mean, we can verify that we still have the selection that we just made. I mean, we can see that we have the correct candidate that we just found by ourselves, that we looked up by ourselves. So we can see that it's still here. So it was saved in a persistent way. So then we have it. Okay, then this was it. So the demo ends here. Of course, we have planned future work. In particular, I can mention that we are planning to integrate AI to support the user during the annotation process to like improve and refine the results even further, so even more. Okay, the demo ends here. Thank you so much.